where we'll jump back in. Where we had last left off, the newly named Hive Five, after defeating two bullets outside of the walls of Mystral, did some partying and speaking with Mika's father again regarding these interesting creatures that had shown up on his doorstep that he had misidentified. And from there, you decided that maybe your best course of action was to speak with the Lockekeeper, the head of this Mystral city. His bounties left you perplexed, and you wanted to see a little bit more of what was going on, see if you could get more information about the mysterious fellow with a long list of crimes, and perhaps some of the other bounties that pointed in his direction as well. As we had ended, the group approached the gates, and one of your three shorter companions turned himself invisible to get by the guards that had previously thrown him out of the Lockkeep.
Yeah.
Travis, trying to avoid. If you don't mind, let's get it started. Why don't you roll me a stealth check to see if you can hide from these two guards as you guys walk up.
Okay. Yeah. Trying to balance both windows. I roll a d20 on my screen. I'll just do it in real life. 17.
17. Not bad. So as you guys approach, they're actually expecting you. The Lockkeeper had requested at some point to meet you guys, and probably sent out some lookers to see if they could find this group that had saved the town out of their own volition. Risking their own lives to protect the city and its inhabitants. They definitely do not see you with a natural 1 on perception there. So as you approach, the guards say, "Oh there, you must be the Hive Five. 4? Are there usually 5 of you?"
Yeah, we lost one. Went to go explore and investigate something else. So we've come and said he's just checking something else out back at the site of the fight.
Alrighty, we'll keep an eye out for him. Oh there, open the gates. And the gates start to come down towards you guys. And then you hear footsteps running up behind you. It's a very out of breath Grand Strategist Brightwood, and the much less out of breath longer stride orc captain of the guard of the city. Oh, hello. I didn't mean to see you guys so soon again, but I was hoping if the smart one and his assistant could help me out back at the what's the word, barracks. And you see Arno, who's completely out of it, tinkering with some machine, like actually pop up at this the smart one. Oh, that would be me. As they discuss what's going on, the guards are like, "Hey, we gotta get you guys inside. Are you coming or not?" And with the promise of seeing you going forward in the future, Arno and Fiametta trot off with the Grand Strategist and the Captain of the Guard back to investigate further these two bullets, which they might have found something strange out about. And so, hopefully, we'll see them again in the future. Alrighty. So, as you guys walk across the bridge into the Lockkeep, it is quite different from the regular streets of Mystral. Mystral has been a dreary, cold, and mucky place, but walking onto this, it feels like palace grounds. Very, very, something that Penelope would have seen growing up in King's Crest. The grass is well manicured. Grass, even in this city, seems a little out of place. The bushes have roses growing on them, perhaps even magically spurred on. And it's shocking at first to walk into a lavish garden and greenery among the really dreary an environment up here in the north, on the edge of the Mystral Lock. You're led through and past fountains and statues of a portly dragonborn, who is standing there, his head on, or sorry, his foot on the head of some beast that none of you recognize, as you're led towards a Spanish villa style huge building right on the edge of the water. The guards at the front, they open the doors for you again, expecting your arrival. Now they only see two of you, but nonetheless you're inside, and so there's only one person that you could be there to meet with. And as they open the doors, the inside of this villa is lavish and gold and marble and long-running hallways, more doors than you could imagine, even more so even than a longhouse. But they lead you forward into what appears to be some sort of throne room overlooking the lake. A large semicircular or semi-ovular room, with large bay windows that look out over the lake, and you can see the three islands in the middle of the lock that you'd perhaps been seeking to adventure around at some point, or take a tour of with the barge. And sitting, or rather standing next to his chair, is a rather portly, tall black dragonborn fella, turned away from you at the moment and facing out towards the water, and he looks out at the water as the doors close behind you, the guards leaving the 2/3 of you in there. There are other guards, but those two that had led you in are returning to their posts at this point. So, you're the heroes that saved my city. And he turns around, and you get a really good look at him. You had seen some scales and a tail from behind him, but now long snout with a couple teeth sticking out, some scars, perhaps war veteran, you might be thinking. But he's let himself go. He is abnormally pudgy for a dragonborn. Where's the rest of you?
Abby, you're muted.
Hey! It's gonna happen a lot. Bear with me. Our two smallest members just went off to go and investigate something with the master tactician, Brightwood, and our third shorty has stayed at the site of the fight to go and check out whatever he was looking for. He often does that, just goes and does his own thing.
I'm gonna run up to the guy and interrupt Mika and just be like, "You're a dragon! Rawr!"
Rar indeed. You must be Penelope. I met you when you were younger.
How young?
Oh, goodness, you were not even 3 feet tall at that point.
This is getting boring. I'm gonna slink off.
Okay. Make a stealth check, if you don't mind.
Yeah. 9.
9? Okay. As you're, like...
Does he get advantage if he's invisible?
If they're actively searching for you. But in this case, the DC is just lower.
Got it.
Let's see. So as you're slinking around the room, you might have you're looking around, seeing what you might see. Maybe your foot catches on a rug, maybe a table, something like that.
Shit.
But you're fairly confident that he's distracted at the moment by the dragonborn directly in front of him and the moderately annoyed looking ranger.
Yeah, can I slip out of the room?
If you'd like to, the doors are closed. You'd have to open the door and get past the 2 guards that are standing outside of it.
Oh, are there? Okay.
I mean, you assume, based on how when you walked in and 2 guards opened the door.
Okay. There's no other openings?
In this room, there is only 1 door.
There's only one door.
I mean, unless you want to look for another door.
No, I'll wait by the door and see if a random person comes in, and I'll slip out of you.
The gentleman introduces himself. My name is Bertrand Scaleback. I'm the Lockekeeper. This is my city. This is my lock. I keep it safe. I've been doing so for many years now. I appreciate your selflessness. But I can't have random people showing up out of the blue and doing the deeds that our fine guard should be taking care of. It helps improve morale if people trust the military.
Well, if you want it to be military, you've got me. I'm a Brightwood, for heaven's sakes.
He squints at you. You're a Brightwood. I thought you were a sailor.
That's my brother.
There's 2 of you? Oh, your father doesn't talk about you. I wonder why.
Well, my brother's the Star Child. That's why he's the captain of the ship.
Indeed.
I'm the one who went off into the woods.
And how did you end up in the employ of Mrs. Chalice here? Miss Chalice, my apologies, that's a Zephyr moment.
We met back in Split River. We were hired to escort her.
Ah,
back home.
that city run by Veil Piercer, oh goodness. What a stuck-up woman she is, and don't even mention her sister. Ugh. Now, I do like elves, but ugh, those 2 put a stick up my ass, Jesus Christ.
Sorry, I don't know anything about good timing, so I'm just gonna knock on the door.
And you see, like, his like ears perk up, but who's there?
Knock again.
Knock again. Open the door. The guards open the door, and they're like, "Yes, sir."
I'm gonna walk to the open door.
Okay, make a stealth check.
Make
Make a stealth check.
9 again.
9 again. As you're walking past, you bump into one of the guards, and he's like, "Hey!" and reaches for his sword. What do you do?
I run away.
You're gonna run away? Okay. So you got 3 options. So you can go straight, which is out towards the garden, or left or right.
Left.
Okay. As you head down left, you're starting to run away, and the guards are looking around. They're looking for you. They clearly don't see you because you're still invisible. And this is invisibility lasts an hour, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you got plenty of time.
Can I ask a quick continuity question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you remember if my dragon was with us or if he got smouched? I think he got smouched.
I think he got smouched, but you guys have had a long rest since then.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm hoping for.
Okay, so you have him again.
No, I haven't summoned him again.
Oh, I thought it just came back on a long rest, but if you...
No, I have to summon him.
Okay.
As an action.
Okay.
Are we taking turns or are things just happening?
If you want to do something, go ahead. I'll talk about Travis in a second.
You.
I don't know what smounched is, but it's my new favorite verb.
my little dude only has 25 hit points. He gets smouched quite often. And I sacrifice him because I can summon him back. But how far away from Turk and these guards are we?
So he had slunk back to the door that's probably about 20 feet from you, and then at a full sprint, he's now, your movement speed's what, 30 or 35, Travis?
Yeah, 25.
25, so he is about 75 feet away from you-ish.
Okay, but the guards were 20 20-something feet?
25.
All right. I am going to snap my fingers, and Breeze is going to appear at the foot of the guard who was going to draw his sword, who Travis had just, or who Turk had just run into. And I'm just gonna say, hey, I'm so sorry. That must have been my Drake over there. He's not exactly the brightest, and likes to try and hide in things. Sorry about that.
Make a deception check.
19.
19.
Plus 20.
20?
Yeah.
Okay. One sec. Okay. So they react to, all of a sudden there's a small dragon on the floor, but they calm. Swords are returned to their holsters or sheaths, and the guards begin to, start to close the doors once more at Bertrand's request. We'll get to Travis in just a second. Do either of you guys have any more questions you want to ask him?
I do. So how did he introduce himself? He used his full name?
Yeah, Bertrand Scaleback.
Bertrand Scaleback. Sir Scaleback, I think that we've run across your name before. I've got a task here for you that we had found on the message board out front. That there was someone sent out to the Golden Spray Mine. That we were instructed to visit Lockekeeper Scaleback to aid.
That would be me. I had put out that bounty a while ago, and an adventurer showed up to take care of it, but it's been about a week since we saw him. It's only about 8 hours out of town. If he is not back by now, we'd feared the worst. And then snap cut to Turk as he's running down the hallway. You look back to, invisibly, give the guards a proverbial finger, haha, I got away, as they close the door and go back to their posts. And as you're, turned around, ha 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 ha, you thump straight into a gentleman in full plate armor. Scaled armor. If you'd like to introduce Arcus to the group, Ian.
So what's just bumped into me?
That would be Turk. a 3'3" tall halfling who is invisible.
Gotcha. So you would see, staring at the spot where you should be visible, a tall scale mail, sort of like silver-plated scale mail with black sort of leather bits, and a bluish tabard, a rapier on one side, a long sword on the other, full helm, white sort of fur collar, just probably a human. The helmet is full face there, and he's just staring at this spot, and making. I'll start to make. You'll hear sniffing noises coming out of the helmet, and I'd like to attempt to use my scent to perceive whatever it is that just bumped into me.
Absolutely.
Confirm that it's there.
You definitely can. And I will grant you I won't get you advantage, but DC will be a little lower because not only does Turk not bathe as much as he probably should, he also has a very aromatic thing around his neck.
Part of my class abilities actually gives me advantage on scent and hearing based checks.
Alrighty.
So I will roll that. The good news is my perception is not very big. So.
And Turk is... Oh, what was that noise?
That's me.
Are you rolling a dice?
Yeah, I'm using an extension that just lets me click on my D&D Beyond stuff, and it shows up in the chat on
rad.
The die there. So, looking like just a 12.
12. You don't immediately get it. You can smell there's something that's out of place in the environment, but you don't immediately get a beat on it. Now, you do know something just ran into you. And Turk, from what you see, this gentleman, this, armor-clad fellow, both weapons at his side, the end of the scabbard stained red, covered in gore, head to toe. And in each hand carries the head of some, large, grayish creatures beheaded. What do you want to do?
So he hasn't detected me?
He knows you're there, but he doesn't know exactly where you are.
Okay. And we're in a hallway right now, or
Yeah.
like
it's
narrow,
about a 10 to 12 foot hallway.
10 to 12 foot hallway. Okay. I think I'm going to try to slink to the side. Let's just say the left side of the hallway.
Make a stealth check.
Tiptoe. Sorry, I also have a game question.
Yeah, of course.
My jack of all trades, I just want to make sure I'm getting this right.
Mm-hmm.
I can add a proficiency bonus halved, rounded down, to anything that doesn't already have a proficiency bonus, correct?
Yeah, for rope.
Okay.
Or for what is that? That's a halfling, or is that bard?
That's bard.
That's bard. Okay.
Okay, yeah, just check it. Okay, so then that's a 12.
12. Okay. So you feel relatively confident. This burly man that just sniffed you. You might have gotten by him, but you keep walking down the hall. It's up to Arcus whether he wants to continue to search or to continue on his mission to meet with Bertrand.
The heads that I have, are they still
Drippy?
drippy?
A little bit.
Cool.
You've been walking with them for a while.
I'd like to kind of use one of them and swing it in an arc to try to get some drop particulates.
Okay.
Just in a 180-degree arc in front of me.
Okay.
To see if it hits something.
Roll for blood and droplets. Just roll a d20 and
Got it.
yeah, we'll just roll a d20.
Oh, hold on.
No worries.
Did that?
Whatever it is loud.
Sorry.
You're fine. I just have to figure out how to turn down the volume on this.
I can't hear it.
Oh, that's weird. It's in
It's in the browser for the thing.
Yeah.
I think that's a nat 20.
Yeah, that is a 20 plus 0, so nat 20.
Yeah.
As Turk is slinking away, all of a sudden he feels a on the back of his neck. And as you look around, you can see a small red bit of, necky, fleshy bits that's hovering about 3 feet off the ground.
I'm just gonna stare at it for a second, go, and then continue into
Alrighty. Turk, knowing that information.
You missed some epic roleplay there, my friend. All right. I guess we'll just. I'm gonna wipe it off, like on the back of my shirt. Oh, I don't wear a shirt. I guess I'll take off my pants and I'll wipe it on the inside of my pants, and then I'll keep going.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Sounds good.
I don't wear a shirt. I can't reach my pants all the way up to my neck. I have to take them all the way off.
He's invisible, so it doesn't matter.
He's not wrong.
I mean, that's fair, but also, what a visual.
Well, invisible, walking through the most important building in this city.
Okay. Does the blood become invisible as it becomes a part of his pants, or is there just then a smear of blood floating around in wherever?
I would say it is not considered part of him or his belongings.
Well, what if I wipe it into my shorts? So now it is a part of.
If you want to say consider it is part of your outfit now that there is a troll blood stain on the back of your pants, you may do so. And we'll say it disappears into the aether with your physical form.
That nice armor gentleman gifted you some blood, and now it is yours.
So you walk down the hall, and there's doors lining both sides. At the very end, there's a window. It looks to be just a pretty normal hallway. And then as you do what you do, Arcus reaches the two guards who, recognizing who it is, hurriedly open the door to the metal chamber, and we'll return to Turk in just a moment. So, as the two of you stand there with the large dragonborn fellow, Mr. Bertrand, the doors swing open, and in comes this large clomping sound, and you hear the jingling of armor as a man enters holding two heads that Mika would recognize, but not Penelope. These are troll heads. And Bertrand goes, Arcus?
Yep.
We thought you were dead.
Why?
You've been gone for a week.
Well, your trolls were pretty far out of town.
No, the gnolls we hired you for are about 7 hours out of town.
You just said gnolls.
Yeah.
What the hell am I supposed to do with these?
Don't let them drip on my carpet. I had those imported.
You have more problems than you know. If I could just walk out those gates and find trolls. And now you're telling me you wanted me to take on gnolls?
We
Well,
gave
sounds
you
like
the
you
note.
didn't quite walk just out the gates. You went a week away. Not that it's not a problem.
I
but
just look
It's a
at
little
you
less than the doorstep.
and I just stare at you for a second and then just look back at Scaleback and I go, gnolls then.
Yes, like the hyena
Not
things.
taken care of.
Right. And I'm just gonna hand the two troll heads to the guards.
They take them, and instinctively one tries to like put his hand under it, but then realizes that there is schlorp there, and just and they like set them down, like they push over a vase and like set them on like the tables that flank the entryway, like
Breeze is going to go and investigate those.
Okay.
And probably sniff them and try and see if they're edible.
Make an investigation check using Breeze's stat block.
Go find that? Give me a sec.
Yeah, do that. And so Bertrand.
What do these two look like that
Oh,
are
yeah. For reference, you see a Abby.
Hi. Sorry, I was looking up dragons. He rolled a 7, by the way.
They look kind of
but-
tasty.
They look tasty. So there's a little red dragon, yay big, about cat-sized, or drake, no wings, who is going to try and eat the troll heads, and chomp. And then I am, half-elf, big hooded cloak, long brown hair, pretty generic.
Are you wearing any identifiable like marking or like heraldry or anything like that?
Nope. Big green cloak. That's all you got.
Okay. And then there was the other person in the room, right? Yeah.
I think I'm like 6 foot tall. I'm a dragonborn, so big. And I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure I'm blue and silver, like iridescent. Like blue with like silver random scales. Yeah. And I think I'm wearing like a cloak with a little logo on it. What is that for me to fact check
She's
that?
got a pin of a golden chalice on her thing, which you don't recognize, but you do recognize is something that is very common in regal households.
Cool. Could I roll a history to see if
You
I?
may absolutely do so.
All right.
And so, as soon as we're done with that, we'll hop back over to Turk, give him a chance to do what does best.
Now I heard it.
That's a second natural 20.
Oh,
So 22 total.
you do actually recognize it. Specifically, you recognize it because a certain gentleman that used to be your captain in the army, Morinson Fent, you know that having grown up in King's Crest and having served under him in the military, that is the symbol of the Chalice family, one of the royal families from the Elvish age that has persisted into the age of the Alliance.
Interesting. I would have started to turn to go out the door, but then to go deal with Knoll problems. But then seeing these two, I will just lean up against a wall and say, "I'll let you finish your business, and then we'll talk Knolls."
Sounds like we were actually coming to look for that as well. Well, we were really responding to a notice for a missing adventurer, which seems to have been you.
Congrats,
But it
you
sounds like
found
you've
me.
been So, Mr. Scaleback, we got a reward?
He scratches his chin and goes, "I found him first. I saw him first as he came in the door. You were facing me. No reward." And you kind of both get the idea. Like, this guy's a bit of a cheapskate. He's a bit of like a, I run this place, take it or leave it kind of guy. And Arcus, having dealt with this gentleman before, in your previous conversations, knows just that as well. Hopping back over to Turk, you see 6 doorways on your right, 6 on your left, 4 on your right. What do you want to do? And a window at the end.
All right. Okay. I am going to start on the. Excuse me. I'm going to start on the left side, and
Okay.
I'm going to knock on, let's just say, the last door. On
The last door. Okay. So as you
I'm gonna
go,
knock.
or last, like, closest
Maybe
towards you or
fire-
far from you?
Far from me.
Okay. So as you...
Like, I'm just going to knock wide enough to maybe that only the person on the other side of the door would be able to hear if there is
Okay.
anyone.
Sounds good. As you walk down, no one. The hallway's pretty empty. You walk past paintings of Bertrand, and what like if you were to look harder, you might see names of previous Lockekeepers in the last 200 years or so. What you assume. As you get to the very last door and knock lightly, you wait. Nothing.
All right, I'll try the door.
Okay. It is unlocked.
All right, I go inside.
As you open the door, you see a window on the right side that looks out towards the wall that you had attempted to find a way to scale at some point in the last couple days here. And, a pretty simple broom closet, the last one on the very end. There's like some cleaning materials and a bucket of, decent make. Currently some aging liquid in it.
Oh, really interesting. I guess I'm going to walk out the door and try the one across from it.
Okay. It's not directly across from it. It's a little bit farther in.
All right, same thing. Knock, knock.
Knock, knock. No answer.
All right, go. Is it unlocked?
It is unlocked.
All right, I'll just poke my head in.
Okay. As you open the door and look inside, you see a couple bunk beds, one of which is occupied by a passed out, kind of guard, just like arm off of the top rope or off of the top of the bunk, sleep. Maybe the overnight guy, you assume.
Is there like, even though the beds aren't occupied, is there like stuff and like
It's
personal?
pretty like well kept. You see that there's a probably about like a 2 by 3 chest that's sitting next to each bunk, like one on each side of the ends, with a brass lock on the front of each.
All right, let's let's see if I can go over to the guy who's like sleeping or
Okay.
passed out or whatever, and see if he has any like keys on him.
Okay. So he's
Well,
he's
actually, let me check. Sorry, let me check his chest first just to make sure it's actually locked.
okay. So you don't know which one necessarily is his,
Okay.
but you can try any of the 4 if you'd like.
Okay. Can I give each of them a quick rattle then, see if any of them are unlocked or if they're all locked?
Yeah, of course. And make a stealth check for me while you're at it. So as you walk around, each one is locked.
Okay, that's 9.
9.
I like 9s today, maybe.
1 or 2 creaky boards, but you don't feel like you've woken up anybody.
All right, now I'll check the guy who's passed out. Does he have
Okay.
like any any satchels or bags of stuff, or does he just have jackets that or pockets that might
His clothes are lying like on the bed next to him, or at least most of them. You know, he's not completely naked. If you want to look for a pocket, make an investigation check.
Okay. That one.
Nat 1. As you reach into the pocket, you find that it is full of coins. Very loud rattling coins.
Yeah.
And as you invisibly, you're like, huh? Hey, my coins are getting out. What do you want to do?
All right. You have discovered a specter you were not supposed to witness. Close your eyes and go back to sleep, lest you feel the wrath of 80 generations of torture, hell, and betrayal.
Roll an intimidation check with advantage because he is just waking up and is terrified.
And you're still invisible, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, with fans. 13.
13. He like pushes back. Whoa, whoa, whoa! And starts to like shake himself awake or whatever. What are you doing?
All right. I grabbed the coins
Okay.
and I just like chucked them into the air so they all like disperse everywhere.
Okay.
And then I try to grab as many as I can and just run out of the room.
Okay. Make just a general. Make a sleight of hand check as you run out.
Okay.
And while you're doing that, we'll hop back over where Bertrand he points to Arcus and says, "Seeing as you can't find Knowles on your own, I'm gonna send this group. They saved the town here. Maybe they can help you find what you're looking for."
I'm just gonna stare at him for like longer than would be like polite, but I won't say anything. And then I'll turn to these 2 individuals and I'll say, "Save the town. From what exactly?"
Abby, you're muted.
I don't remember what they're called.
The
Abby does
bullets.
not. A bullet.
Yeah, 2 of them. And don't mention a griffin, maybe? Or no, it was a chimera.
Well, in the 3 days that we've been here, we've run ourselves across a chimera coming up the mountain, 2 bullets, along with actually on our way up here we found several water weirds or something of the sort. We've taken out a few things to keep everybody safe.
I'll kind of stare at you for a moment. I'll reach into a satchel on my side and pull out a piece of parchment and a little like bit of charcoal, and it looks like a list. I'll just kind of go down the list and I'm mumbling, "Chimera, chimera." Oh. Just cross something off. Impressive.
What's that?
Oh. Work. And just roll it back up, put it back in the satchel. That is quite the quarry you've bagged. Very well. If you can handle your own against that, then Noel shouldn't be a problem. I'll join you.
It sounds like we're joining you.
Well, we both have different contracts, both of which will be honored, right? I just stare at Scaleback.
You're not getting paid for the trolls, but I will honor the amount on the bounty. We'll do for them bringing you back again. We'll honor it, and if you kill all the gnolls and proof, we'll double it.
Proof obviously isn't a problem, and I just gesture towards the troll heads again.
One of them is missing.
I'll look around.
I'm assuming
make
this is brazen.
make a perception check, Arcus. You know what? If Penelope and Mika want to as well, they may.
That's
14.
20, 14,
See?
3. Penelope's still just mystified by another dragonborn. Arcus, you're looking around like, what? You're looking at the guards like, what? Where did it go? And Mika, you know exactly where it went. There's a small trail of blood that leads behind the table to a munching little breeze. And
Breeze.
for reference, what element?
The fire, because he's red. Just so he's the same as that you've seen him
Okay.
before. Because anybody that was in the fight would have seen him with us.
Okay, gotcha. I
Maybe.
didn't make a breeze token, so I'm gonna go do that really quick while we talk.
Scaleback. The missive I found here does not have a reward listed. I would like to have it in writing.
Oh, someone tore it off. 40.
Sure.
Piss off. You can kill trolls, but gnolls are weird. Vina! And you see he's like looking around like, and a door that you had not seen previously. It's like a hidden door. And standing there is a half-elfish woman, medium build, with a tight corset on and a like shin-length skirt comes out. She says, "Yes, my lord." A little bit of contempt in the voice. "How much was the reward again?" It's for the gnolls was 75. For the missing adventurer, you had raised it to 100. Fine then. 150.
100 gold for me? Lord Scaleback, I'm flattered.
I don't want your people asking questions.
So let me get this
Wise.
straight. 150 to return your Argus. And 75 for the gnolls?
If you come back with him and proof you emptied out Golden Spring Mine, 150 for all of you.
175.
I like her.
500.
I don't. 150. He looks at Penelope. 500. Why do you even need money?
I don't know. I just wanted to talk to you some more.
we can chat a little bit in a sec. 150 final offer.
Can't guarantee his safety, but he'll come back.
Fire. I like it.
It's settled then. And so at this point, Turk is running back down the hallway.
Oh, I wanted to duck into another room.
Okay.
Actually.
Okay.
Just the one right next to it.
The one right next to it, like the one back across the hall, or just the one?
No, on the right side.
Same
if
side?
I'm on next to it. Yeah,
Okay.
directly. By the
Door's
way,
locked.
that slide of hand check, it was like a 24.
24. You
He's
pull.
over here getting the whole like Manor tour.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
You snag 24 gold pieces, 13 silver.
Wow.
I mean, it's pretty good. That's a pretty good sleight of
That's
hand.
really-
Poor,
Yay.
poor guard.
Obviously.
And the next door is locked, but you are invisible.
Ah, shit. Is he following? Do I have time to check another room, or is he following me out at this point?
I mean, he's getting up. He's not putting on pants, but he's getting up. He's about. You can guess he's about to cross the threshold of the door.
All right, one more room, directly to the next of the neck. That one.
Next one, still locked.
Yep. Ah, shit.
You are still invisible, so he's gonna have a
Yeah.
hard time finding you. But he knows that there's someone to look for.
The next door.
Next door. It's open.
Is he in the hallway yet? Did he cross the threshold?
Did he cross the threshold? He is in the hallway. You can hear him stomping behind you.
All right, fine. I will. Oh, I will. I'm gonna just push the door open, but just stand outside it
Okay.
and see if he walks in.
So his head snaps towards it and he starts going over towards it, and you hear someone go you hear a bong as he gets hit with a frying pan. Like, get out of my kitchen! And he like stumbles out like, there was a ghost. I'm going back to bed. And starts going back down the hallway.
Classic Turk.
What would you like to do now?
Did that door close? Did that door close? behind me?
The chef closed the door.
Oh, the chef, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. I'll put a pin in that for now. I will just go. I guess I've checked out. 1 was the bedrooms. 2 locked. That was the kitchen. There's 2 more, I think, on that side, right?
So this was the same side. That one,
Yeah,
that
the
side
right
is
side.
done.
Oh, really? Oh,
4
okay.
doors, 6 doors.
Oh, I got the sides wrong. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I kind of want to just keep combing through doors.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna start back on the one that was directly next to the closet or the janitor's
Okay.
closet.
So you go
And
back.
just-
Are you
I'll do this-
waiting? Are you waiting for the gentleman to get back into his door, or are you just gonna pass him?
Yeah.
All right. So he goes back. The door shuts, and you hear it lock.
Okay.
And then
I'll
trying the next door, second door.
I'll
lock?
do this. I'll do the same thing. The knock
Okay.
technique.
No answer.
Check the lock.
Door's locked.
Went over.
One over.
Knock.
Door's locked.
Went over. Last one. Knock knock.
Knock knock. Hello.
Minor illusion of what's the main guy's name? The Lockekeeper's name?
Bertrand.
Bertrand. Out here. Minor
Minor,
illusion.
it makes noise.
Oh yeah, it's a sound.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, sir. How can I help you?
Did he open it?
No, he does not open the door.
Front and center, man.
Well, I'm pooping.
You have to the count of 3.
And
So
you,
really banging on the door.
yeah. And then you see a guy open up the door with his like pants like held up on the front, and he's like looks around. What?
I'm down the hallway, man.
I didn't know you moved that fast. And he starts trudging off down the hallway towards the other 2 guards who are like, what the heck is this guy doing? Because they heard the sound as well.
All right, I'll slip in.
Okay.
Slip into that room.
It's a bathroom.
Oh, okay.
He was pooping. Travis.
It's like quarters or something. Okay. right. I think it's a bathroom.
You've got 2 more doors on the left wing, or on the right wing.
This is getting dicey. Okay. Okay. Let's check the next 2 doors.
Okay.
Knock knock.
Next door is locked. Or, well, no answer, and it is locked.
Last one.
Last one.
Knock knock.
Knock, knock. No answer.
Okay, I'm gonna go back over to the room where the chef was, and I'm going to knock on that.
Okay. What?
That guy from the bedroom. I'm real sorry about what I did. Can we work something out in the janitor's closet?
Can we work something out in the janitor's closet? Is what you're saying to this guy? Make a persuasion check.
Oh, that's good. 18.
18. He opens the door, like the chef, and you can see full chef outfit, got a frying pan in one hand, like he's like stirring up a sauce. What?
Over here, man, in the janitor's closet. I am kneading.
Okay, and he's like, he doesn't see anyone. He hears, but he does he doesn't like. Usually, you'd see through an illusion, but he's like, what the hell? And then goes back inside, kicks the door. Are you gonna sneak in with him? Okay, make a make a stealth check. And then we'll get right back to you in the kitchen. Back in the room, Bertrand turns to Penelope and says, "I guess you don't see many of our kind."
No. Do you know my parents?
The Chalices? I know the Chalice family very well.
Do you know my other parents?
And you see he not like cringe, but like he for a moment, just like make an insight check. And anyone else who's listening or watching may as well.
22.
22. Okay.
Oblivious.
You're oblivious.
I was a 3.
18. All right, give me 1 second, Erica.
Actually, that was a 9. I did my math backwards.
Math backwards. That hurts my head just thinking about it.
I did. Zephyr, you're muted because your mic is up, my love.
I don't want to talk about it. It was so weird because I had muted it to type, and then I unmuted it because I was like, oh, it's blinking, and then I looked up again and it was blinking still, and so I tapped it again and it didn't do it again. I'm here. I'm back. Yeah.
I subtracted instead of added.
Yeah.
3. I rolled a 6 and I subtract. Yeah, I don't know what happened.
No worries.
Don't look at me. I don't know what happened.
Alrighty. So he's like, I don't know your real parents, no.
I don't believe you, sir.
And he he clears his throat. He says, very matter of factly, I've met the Chalice family. They're very nice, but I don't know of any Dragonborns that may have. I'm trying to think of is there a term to put up for adoption, who might have forfeit their child. We'll say that.
No one else to ask.
Personal questions. Big small talk.
Alright, I don't want to say it all, but I'm just gonna give him big puppy dog. Do they have puppy dogs there? Puppy dog eyes? Be like, please, sir, I'm just looking to meet my birth dragon.
Make
Nice.
a persuasion check.
Oh no. Oh, okay, 7. Not great, but
7. Okay. He says, and I'm sure you'll find them, but I don't have any information for you. Best be on your way. He's already a week overdue.
can I breathe fire like on his throne?
So, do you have the ability to breathe fire? I know you can breathe lightning.
Yeah.
So you want to shoot your lightning beam at his throne?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. There's a saving throw associated with that, correct? Because he's within 5 feet of his chair.
Yeah.
Unless you want to try and aim it not to hit him at all.
I think lightning breath is a straight line.
It is, yeah.
Which right now?
So you only want to hit his chair, correct?
Yeah, I don't.
Okay.
Something he loves.
So as you
Something he loves.
like flare up, like preparing to shoot this beam of lightning, you can see in his eyes that Dragonborn recognition. Like, I know exactly what this bitch is about to do, and he like dives out of the way, but it's kind of like a because he's heavier even than most Dragonborns, and like lands on his side as his chair is just boom obliterated by this breath that you emit, and a hole is shot out through the window. The guards like open the door, almost knocking Arcus a little bit as the door opens behind him that he was kind of leaning on moves, and they come in like, what the hell just happened, with their like swords drawn. A spear, but I had swords drawn.
I'm just gonna turn and smile nicely and say, "Sorry, I sneezed."
Okay, make a deception check.
Just in the hood.
Yeah, you're just huh?
And
10. Okay. They both failed horribly. So they believe you. They're like, oh, I didn't know Dragonborns could sneeze explosions, but
No, just
Mr. Bertrand, are you okay? And you see him like, get me up, you morons. And they come over and they help him up onto his feet. He's like, you can tell he's like visibly upset, but he's not angry. He's not belligerent towards you. So he understands where your frustration is coming from. And he just reiterates his previous point. You best be going. You've got 7 hours. Will get you there before sunset. He's already
Yes,
over. Yeah.
sorry about your chair. It's allergies, you know.
I'll buy a new one. That one's getting small anyway.
Yeah.
What's up?
Getting
I'm just
small.
gonna herd her out the door.
Okay. And as you guys are escorted out by the 2 guards, and you can hear Bertrand like, not necessarily like laughing, but just like, like, what the fuck was that? Kind of like
And
chatting.
We need to also make sure that my dragon comes with us.
Yeah, of course.
We'll wrestle the troll head away from him and just sort of put up and out the door. And then I also, obviously, Turk came in with us. We knew he came in with us, right?
You knew he was inside, but you don't know what has happened since then.
No, I know that. I'm just gonna like, you know, pretend in the pretending of dragging her out. I'm gonna just like kind of lean over to her ear and just go, "We need to find Turk and get out of here before we break something else and get in trouble."
Can I-
No, I'm my friend Turk. Where did we lose him?
And just a point of order, no one else knows that Turk is here. So now they're like, who's Turk? Is Turk the dragon? You've got him. And they start to escort you guys out of the palace altogether.
Do you
And
hear me?
I don't know. Do I?
and Arcus, you're now grouped up with them, so you're being escorted out as well.
Yeah, I'm following them out. I'm assuming that they're talking about whatever I ran into down the hall. So I'm just kind of smirking underneath my helmet because this is incredibly entertaining for someone who has not really had much social contact for the past like couple years. So
Alrighty, Turk, you are now inside of a kitchen. What do you want to do?
Oh, nice. What do I see? Like, just a quick glance of the.
So it looks like a, not necessarily a like modern kitchen, but more of a. It looks like no expense has been spared to make this the most efficient and clean kitchen probably in the city, if not the Alliance. So it's like a center table with like places to wash dishes on the left, and on the right is like an open fire, what looks to be like a pizza oven of some sort, and lots of food.
Okay. Can I like investigate the food? It's fine. I want to try to find something that I've never seen before. Like I'm trying to look for something like really exotic food.
Okay. So coming from the coast, and your experience with that, you're like what most people would consider exotic for you is relatively normal.
Okay.
But you are able to find something that you've never seen before. It's like a, it's like a, like holding it in your hands. Granted, you are relatively small if you want to pick it up, but if you were to hold it in your hands, it'd be bigger than your head. It looks almost like a brain made of greenery.
Made of what?
Like greenery.
Oh, greenery.
Mm-hmm. You can.
Where is it? Is it behind or in front of the shift?
So he's gone back towards the open flame. It is between you and him, and he is pretty focused. He's whistling to himself.
Okay, then I won't disrupt him. I'll get a closer look at it and.
Okay. Like I said, it's pretty wrinkly. The very bottom of it has like almost like a handle on it, and it's starting to brown at the edges. It's mostly white and green with lots of wrinkles on it.
Green with lots of wrinkles on it. Would it? Can I try to like break off a piece?
Yeah, of course. Make a sleight of hand check.
What is it? 8.
8. It was firmer than you'd expect, more crisp, and so as you snap it, the guy turns and sees a hovering little prawn in the air. What do? As he turns towards you,
I drop it.
you drop what? The leaf?
Yeah, the leaf. Yeah.
And he goes,
And back.
"Fuck, this place is haunted." And just goes back to cooking.
All right, I'm gonna like crawl on the ground, and I'm just gonna kind of try to grab the leaf and kind of slide it along the ground. Maybe like every few seconds, as if it's like a drift, like a draft
Okay.
is like doing it, until I get behind the counter.
Okay. Yeah, so
I get it?
easy enough.
Okay,
Easy
great.
enough. At this point, he's dismissed the fact that there is a ghost in this house, but he's got like he fears not finishing his cooking more than he does this ghost.
Can I perceive that?
Make
does
an
it look like-
make an insight check to see how well you can see that in his eyes.
Okay, I just let me see how daring I want to be today.
For reference, he's like a red-skinned man with a pointy tail, tiefling, middle age with so like a big like black face tattoo.
All right, I got 23.
23.
It seems like he's pretty focused.
He like I said, he is more focused on cooking this meal. He's more afraid of what happens if he doesn't finish this meal than a piece of whatever being dragged around the ground.
All right, I'm gonna talk to him and say, "Hey, what is this?" And I'm pointing at the big green thing.
And so he can't see you.
Okay,
So he
what
just
is
said-
the? Yeah, I just say, "What is this?"
Well, I'm making tomato soup.
What's
He
this
like
green?
looks around, doesn't see anybody. Just
What's the green thing though with the brown and the white on it?
and he like looks over, sees the leaf that you had torn off. Like that's cabbage.
It's just cabbage.
Ian.
Hey, I'm kind of hungry. You got any,
You like
Yeah,
that?
you got anything to eat that I can take? I'm kind of hungry.
Uh, and he like stops stirring for a second and keeps it over the flame and like within reach grabs an apple off the counter behind him and just like puts it on the ground because he still can't see you. He doesn't know where you are. He's just gonna put it on the ground. Say, just don't let anybody see you. And he's like, oh, son of a bitch. Like, I don't get paid enough for this.
Hey, what are you making?
Tomato soup. I just said,
Do you have anything that's like not normal?
well, there's a ghost in my kitchen.
Yeah, but like I guess more normal than that, but less normal than cabbage and apple. Like got an exotic taste.
It's pretty normal in here. The Lockekeeper is very particular about his meals. He tells me what to cook, and I cook it, and so whatever he orders, I make. But it's pretty regimented, honestly.
Huh? Okay. You got any bacon?
Bacon. And he like points in the corner. There's like a it looks to be like a log wooden box in the corner, like probably taller than you even, and just like 4, 5, 6 feet long and deep. He's like in there on the bottom right. And he's just like having like an experience right now. He's like, I'm talking to a ghost. He wants bacon. He doesn't know what cabbage is.
Okay. Can you do me a favor? Can you like take this box of bacon or whatever, get as much as you can? Can you just leave it in like some bushes right outside the gates? And if you don't, I'm gonna kill you. Or no, sorry, I'm going to make sure that none of the meals ever get done on time.
He's like, I mean, if you want some, you can just take some. But
No. I need it later though. So I leave this outside in some bushes where no one else, like none of the guards could see it, and where someone could potentially slip out and like grab some of it. I'm like, I don't want you to get fired or anything, but if you don't leave me a good portion of bacon outside, I am gonna probably chat your ear off and make sure you can't get the meal done on time, or maybe throw in some extra like spices that you weren't intending to. Just kind of be a little disruptive.
Okay.
If you don't.
you can choose either a deception, or not deception, sorry, persuasion or intimidation. Your choice.
Okay, I'll persuade him.
Okay.
20.
20?
Not that.
Not. Okay. I know, right? Good rolls. Can't wait till later. So he's like, I'll see what I can do. Define later, like later today, tomorrow, tonight.
Yeah, let's just say midnight.
Sure. Whatever, dude. He just keeps stirring his pot.
All right, cool. I'm gonna head out.
Okay. Did you just open the door and go?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab that cabbage leaf though.
Okay. You take the cabbage leaf with you.
I'll take like 4 more.
Okay.
Some for my.
Okay. You take off a couple more cabbage leaves and open the door, and you see at that moment, or rather, as you're like taking a couple cabbage leaves, you hear an explosion from the room next door.
Okay.
And you've heard like you felt like the jolting feeling, and you've smelled the ozone like that before, even overpowering the aroma of this tomato soup and the rest of the kitchen, that you realize that was an arcane blast of lightning that you have seen and heard before from Penelope.
It appears there's chaos in Bertram's room. I best go check that out. Do my ghostly duties.
Okay.
Later.
And then you go out.
Leave the bacon out there, or I'm gonna make it difficult. Bye.
Goodbye. And as you leave and walk back into the hallway, you see the gentleman who covered in armor and blood that you had ran into earlier, followed by Penelope, and then followed by Mika, who's like gesturing to get something out of the room as a very happy and chubby Breeze walks out with about like the eye of a troll in his mouth.
Ew. Okay. I don't make myself known yet to them, but I'll follow them out.
Okay. Abby, you're muted.
Can I see if Breeze would recognize Turk or recognize that Turk is there?
Does he have true sight?
No.
No. I mean, either or any of you want to roll perception checks as you leave the building, you may. If Turk, you're trying to be stealthy, you can roll a stealth check.
Yeah.
If you don't want them to know that you're right behind them, you can.
I'll intentionally be stealthy. Yeah.
Okay.
Ah, shit.
No. Breeze does not see him. Neither does me. Nope. Nope.
Okay.
My stealth was 5, by the way.
Okay. So you like kick up a bit of rug or whatever, but move it back and just follow them out as the guards lead you all back into the garden, and eventually back out towards the street. Is there anything else you guys want to do before you're outside of the villa?
No.
Alrighty. So the drawbridge goes back down, and you all walk across back into the streets of Mystral. The guards that follow you, they don't really know what went on inside, but they've been told to point you all in the direction of of the Golden Spring Mine, which I'm going to bring up on my screen. I mean, I can't show you guys. Or actually, no, I can. I can mirror my screen for you if I want to. I can show you guys the on the map here. Mystral is right up against the lock. The Golden Spring Mine is about 7 hours to the west. It's up along the trail that heads towards Narwhal, which is called the Mist Walk.
Could you remind me how long it is to get to Narwhal?
It's about like a multi-day journey. Probably, I mean, from Split River to Mystral is 3 days. If you're going around to Narwhal, it's probably about like 5-6 days without horses.
Okay.
Now the map that you have is not like perfectly accurate. It's like a drawing that the guys or that the soldiers were given to show them like the roads and how to follow them and get to places.
While we are kind of determining the direction to head, I would like to recall anything I know about Knowles.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a thing here for that. Hold on.
Holding for Knowles.
Holding for Knowles. Hold for Knowles.
Let me 1 second. I'm gonna grab my water. Okay, I'm back.
No, there's a weird noise.
Let's see. Where is the thing?
Is it your
Are they?
Classically, no. I have advantage to recall information about certain things, but I need to make sure that Knowles would count as that thing.
Okay.
No, they do not count as that thing. So I'm
Okay.
just gonna roll a regular.
I was gonna say for your experiences and the walk of life that you inhabit, if you want to make a nature or history check, your choice, and to recall information about Knowles, you may, and then the DC will be lowered because you're you.
Gotcha. I will I'll go nature. I mean, they're both the same rule, but gnolls are more of a natural, I guess, pest. So I will roll with that.
Whatever you choose. Player choice. Agency.
Getting a 14.
14. You would know from your experiences that gnolls are pack hunters. They tend to have a pack of 20 to 40 individuals that are very aggressive towards other humanoids. Tend to like cold, dark spaces to hide out in, as well as they don't like to do manual labor. So they like to take over places. They are skirmishers, they're scavengers, and they're usually like primitive tool-esque. They don't, unless they pick up things. Like I said, they don't like to do manual labor. They don't make their own weapons. And if they do, they are very crude. That's about what you would know. You might know that they are, well, you would know that they're hyena-like, like half hyena, half human-esque look, and that they are primarily scavengers and hunters.
All right. I'll turn to you guys, the party, which at the moment only consists of 2 that I know of.
Mm-hmm.
Although a very familiar smell is around. And just say, so, fought gnolls before?
I am sure I would have encountered.
You would have encountered them, but not necessarily fought them. Be more of like a observationate, observator. You've observed them before, but you wouldn't have engaged unless like engaged upon. You know, more of a scout than a advanced force.
Yeah, that.
And so you know the information about them being hunters and that they like to take over other establishments. But
were we basically like escorted out of town and pointed in the direction, or are we just basically booted out of the lock and then sent in the direction that we need to be headed?
you are out of the Lockekeeper, or the it's got a name and I forget it off the top of my head, but yeah, you're escorted out of the main villa and pointed. It's if you're looking at the map of Mystral, if you are or want to, you're standing at where the drawbridge comes down, and it is to the to the right of where you'd exit. So you'd follow the road along. It's like northwest.
Okay.
But you have not left town yet. No.
Right. In that case, then I think that we should stop by the barracks and see what we can find out about this mine. Unless, Argus, you've got something else. You've got some knowledge we don't know about. This
No,
place.
that's actually a good idea.
We
Knowing
have some
knowing how big the mine is will give us a sense of how many gnolls can fit in there. Packs can get up to 40 strong.
Would rather not get 40 by ourselves if we don't have to.
Well, 40's not too bad as long as you're with a group. Suppose it's a good thing I went after those trolls instead. Well, you know this town more than I do, so lead
Right.
on.
I go up and say, Argus. Argus. You spilt troll blood over the land. You will pay for your crimes against troll kind.
I'm going to backhand source of the noise.
Okay, so first make a perception check. You have advantage because it's hearing based.
Yep.
Turk, you're whispering to him, so you're relatively close.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm right behind him.
Oh, am I close enough to hear?
Probably. I mean, you're within talking distance of Arcus, and because of how short Turk is, he can't just whisper it directly into Arcus's ear.
Yeah, like
So, like, someone who is roughly Arcus's height, which would be all of you, probably can hear him trying to whisper. Arcus, your perception check.
I got a 14.
14. It's on your left.
Cool. I'm going to. It's on my left and clearly coming from like lower than me, right?
You have a pretty good idea that the invisible sound that you're hearing might be shorter based on where it hit you earlier today.
Cool. So I'm just gonna like, not like hard, but just take a gauntleted fist and just bonk the area that's talking.
You can go hard, man. You don't know it's me.
I don't know who you are, but I figure you're part of this group, so I'm not gonna-
Well, to be fair, you don't know that they're called the Hive Five.
That's true.
You
but
only
I-
know that there's a Dragonborn and a Ranger at this point.
You
Yeah,
only
but
know.
they were being, the Dragonborn was like going, "Oh, where is our friend?"
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
Earlier.
Okay. Make an attack roll at disadvantage because you cannot see him.
Fair enough. This would
No,
probably
yeah, I'm just.
Yeah,
You were like out loud.
if you'd
unarmed
roll,
strike.
yeah, if you'd rolled higher, I might not give you a disadvantage, but
Ah, dang it. Right, a 6.
a 6. I think that does not meet your armor class, Travis. It's been a while since I played, but I'm pretty sure you don't have an armor class of 6. So as you like swat down towards your side, it just goes wide.
Arcus, you are strong with your impatientness, but you lack moral conviction. As a punishment to not haunt you for mankind, you must treat the next halfling you see with the most utmost respect, lest you be haunted for the remainder of troll mankind.
Yeah,
And
I like conviction and you lack soap. Come out.
Would either of us recognize this as Turk's voice?
You have a pretty good idea that this is Turk's voice.
Scurry
It's
away.
quiet, but you know. And then he waddled away.
And then can I duck behind? Is there like a building or a bush that I can like kind of run around?
You could like being that you're like half size. There's like a barrel or two on the city side of the walkway.
A barrel?
Yeah, just like on the side of the road.
Can I duck behind the barrel
Yeah.
and then unconcentrate and then just
Yeah.
become visible again? Say.
And then we determined that minor illusion is not concentration, correct?
Yeah, it's not.
Okay, good. That would have been funny.
Yeah, it
whole
would
time,
have been-
this whole time you've just been visible.
Oh, I checked that.
Okay, good. Yeah, so you drop concentration.
Hey guys, what's up?
Oh, that was some performance. What did you get up to?
Oh, I was just took a nap. Who's this guy?
I'm just staring at you.
Hey man, you smoke?
What did you just ask me?
You want to puff? No judgment if you don't. I just always offer.
I'm good.
Okay. Let me know if you change your mind. So,
I just
what do we do?
I look at the other two and just shrug like quizzically at them.
This the new Arno?
What's an Arno?
You're gonna get along just fine.
I mean, Arno and Fee are just off.
They're at the barracks, as far as you're aware.
They're just with my father. What did you do?
They're not. Mika, they're not here right now, are they?
No.
This is the new Arno. How you doing? What? I didn't catch your name though. Hi, I'm Turk, the halfling, the halfling Turk.
I just grunt at you. Arcus, you ready to kill gnolls?
What's a knoll? Oh, this is so surprising. What's that? What are we doing next, guys? Another great adventure for the Hive Five.
You just hear from out of the helmet just like a...
Okay. Yeah, I know what we're doing next.
You know, remember our missing adventurer task we found the other day?
Yeah, sure. Definitely
This
remember.
is our missing adventurer, who's turned back up, and went on the wrong quest. So we're completing the quest he was supposed to go on.
Oh, what, dude? What happened? What'd you fuck up? What happened, dude? What, next thing
No.
you're telling me you don't know the difference between a knoll and a troll? Like, come on.
Oh, there's a cat.
He is the new do we get the reward?
No.
What?
I'm doubtful we'll even get the reward for this one, but at least it's something to do.
You win some, you lose some. I actually found some gold well, on our travels. I feel like it's fair enough to give you guys each a pair. I'll give
You
Mika.
found some gold during your nap?
Yeah, isn't that crazy? It's like a real tooth fairy conundrum. I was gonna say I'm gonna give Mika some. Let's see. I'll give Mika 4. I'll give Penelope 4 gold, and I'll look at Arcus and I say, "Hey, this team's all about equity." I give him 4 too.
I'll just kind of look at it and look at him and just be like, I don't accept payment until a job is done. We'll work together on this knoll thing. And even if that persnickety dragonborn doesn't pay you, my people will see that the job is done for helping me.
Who are your people?
My people are a collection of adventurers who deal with problems like this.
Your
Sounds
people.
like our people.
Your people have a name?
To those who know it, sure.
He doesn't.
Obviously, that's not you.
He doesn't have a name. They don't have a cool name like us.
So we'll say you guys have been walking and talking, and you start to pull up to the barracks now. No new jobs have been posted. You have them all in your hands. It's an empty board at the moment. Or I don't know. I don't remember if we actually like took them or left them. But in any
Yeah.
case,
You know what? Can I check the job posting? Like, would I have taken the posting for the knoll thing
No,
before?
because we haven't.
well, no, the original one for the
I want to
gnolls.
see if it says gnolls or trolls. Like, did I screw up or did they screw up?
The job posting is not there. You would know that there was not a posting for the Knowles job.
Right. It would have been through
Contracted. Yeah.
Contracted. Do I have that contract on me, or is that still at?
You would know. Vina, his assistant, would have it.
Okay. Cool. I'm just gonna
Stew.
rumble.
Just stew.
Yeah, I'm rumbling something about like telling me to have trolls.
So since we've reached our friends at the barracks, I would like to look for Amal
Okay.
and see if I can find him.
You see, as you open the door, at his desk, scribbling away, Omal, the head of the town guard.
I'm gonna just sort of wave him down. Amal, how you feeling after yesterday?
My head hurts a bit, but we're getting through today. You can see he might even still be a little tipsy. Orcish, what do you call it? Orcish metabolism aside, he did drink a lot.
Well, I'm glad to see you made it home all right, my friend. You mind if we pick your brain for a little information about a task we've been put on?
He sets his quill down.
Can I see what he's writing?
Make a perception check.
That's a 2.
2.
Oh.
You can. It's upside down, and and he does have nice handwriting, but I don't believe it's a language that you speak. Your languages are Elvish, Orcish, and Common.
Yeah, I don't remember. Hold please. Common, Elvish, Halfling, Infernal, and Orc.
Oh my god. It's
She's
not.
there.
It's not halfling, and it's not infernal. So no, you do not speak any of these ones. Unfortunately,
It's not orc.
It's not
It's not
Orcish.
Orcish?
He usually writes in Orcish, but there's from what it and you can't really see it. You know, you rolled a 2.
I guess that's a 3
But
total.
okay,
so-
well, you still can't read it. That was almost the tipping point. No, no, you cannot read it. And he responds, "What can I help you with?"
Well, this one, Arcus here, was supposed to go out to the Golden Spring Mine to find some gnolls. So that didn't quite happen, so we're on our way there now. What can you tell us about
Well, we're glad to see him alive. Golden Spring Mine is it's about 7. I almost said 7 miles. It's a about 7-hour trek outside of town, up into the foothills. It's a relatively new mine. Some gentlemen from the from what I've heard around town, someone didn't want to go into the family fishing business and tried to start a mine, and then a survivor came back into town and said that they'd been raided by gnolls. That's all I know.
What is the mine?
Hmm?
Do you know? How big is the mine? You know, are we looking at something that could house a whole pack of gnolls, or is it
Oh, pack of gnolls.
that new? Is it?
I mean, gnolls aren't that big. He doesn't know how big it is. Certainly not with that roll. A pack of gnolls, they can cram pretty tightly, but I'm sure a full warband of them could fit in there.
Fantastic.
More heads for the cleaver. Is there anything else I can help you with? And a guard that's around the corner, he chimes in. He's like, "Oh, I went on an excursion up towards Narwhal not too long ago. You'll see a big sign, and it says Golden Spring Mine on it as you're going up. It'll take you off the road about 3-4 miles up into the hills."
So,
And Omar looks over his shoulder like, "Why didn't you say that first?" Like, I was bullshitting. I don't know. And he politely asks, "Are we finished?"
we'll let you get back to your work, my friend.
Appreciate
We'll
it.
see you when we get back.
And he picks up his quill, dip, 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 back to writing.
How are all of you armed and armored? Just out of curiosity.
Not very.
Not
No.
visibly armored. What do I have on? Hang on.
I have like a dagger, that's about it.
Yeah.
Oh, I have just like your classic leather armor.
I have a bow.
And I've got 2 short swords and a longbow.
Okay,
I
so
got-
you look armed and armored. You're
More or less.
I don't know why I'm
under-
like pointing at my screen as if you guys can see me.
course.
Like at individual squares. I'm like, no, what are you just okay? Turk,
And all
you're
of me is underneath a big cloak though, so it's not. I'm not just like out there with a whole bunch of swords and shit.
sure,
It's-
but,
But,
they're,
yeah.
they're on your back, right? So I
Yeah.
could like at least see the hilts and whatnot.
for sure.
Turk, you said you were shirtless. Do you carry any weapons or anything?
Yeah, I look like this, like no
Oh,
armor. But
gotcha.
I got a boomerang, I got a dagger,
You have a big egg.
and a big egg. Yeah. And then
Alright.
You get a
the
backpack,
long
egg,
sword
egg
called a-
backpack.
more of a
I
magic
see
man.
the backpack.
And for
I'll
reference,
just egg furnace.
there are images in the.
Zephyr, you're the only one that worked was Mika.
Yeah, I don't know why those other 2 ones didn't come through. Okay, I will post new ones here in a second. But I was wondering if people could still see them. But I will post those ones real quickly.
And then I just have a dagger and a bow and cross, I think.
Okay.
Yeah,
Interesting. I might as well throw my Arcus reference art in there too. I will do that.
as well. And then I'm about to send also the two that are not present. These are Arno and Fiametta.
Gotcha.
That's what Arno looked like?
Yeah.
Now I feel stupid. I thought he was much more robotic.
Very like goofy looking almost.
Definitely. Okay.
Yeah.
My
Well,
drawing looks
there's a cat.
You guys all have like scary pictures, and mine's just like.
I mean, hey, you know what? That's what Google's for. So, any other things before you want to head out of town? Get on your way.
I'll look at Mika and kind of just like stare you up and down and be satisfied with that. I'm kind of looking at you two, and I'm like, you could like without even an insight check, the body language is like, I don't know about these two, like taking on a whole pack of gnolls, but I'll look at you, Mika, and just say, you took on a chimera with these two, yeah?
Don't look like much, but they can hold their own. You don't expect it. Sometimes it helps.
The track record speaks for itself, my friend. Before we go, I want to go. Whether we don't have to roleplay this, but I kind of want to go tell Fiametta and Arno and see if they can arrange to check and see if a little bit of bacon was placed outside of the Lockekeeper. I'm not telling this to Arcus in front of you guys. I'm just saying I want to go check in with my friend Fiametta and Arno before I leave.
That's amazing.
You're muted, my love.
Make
You're
it
still
take-
muted.
You're still muted.
And that's when I said, I don't even know what an ostrich is. Sorry, no. Sorry. I was moving some windows around. I didn't want it to. Anyway, so yeah, you go. There's two places that you know are associated with Mika's father, and no one appears to be around at the moment. They're not actually here.
Oh, really? Okay.
Before we go then, since we haven't seen them, I'll just say to Amal or whoever the guard is that was chatting about the mine, just to say if you see the two shorties that were with Brightwood, would you tell them that we've gone after the mine? Let them know to meet us there when they're finished.
Yeah, they came back and picked up some pieces from the creatures and went off somewhere. Very excited. The two, he looks closer at you. Your dad and the one with the weird armor. They were very excited about it, but the other one just kept looking at the ground. I didn't think rocks were that interesting, but she was on something.
Sounds like fate. All right. Well, we'll see them. If you see them, let them know where we are. She'll want to find us. Sure.
And can you give him this quick note? I'm gonna quickly scribble down on a note. Fiametta / Arno. The package is just outside the Lockkeep. I trust that you know what it is and will recover it for me. Look in the bushes. Love, Turk.
Okay. And you
Give
hand
this to them. See them.
Okay.
Alright.
And he like takes it, puts it in his back pocket, but like leaves his hand out like
High five.
You give him a high five? Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Anything else you guys want to do?
Let's do.
I'll toss him a silver just to roll my eyes and yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Alrighty. Alright, any other things?
All right, let's go.
Perfect.
Might as well get on while it's still light out. What time is it?
At this point, so you guys had woken up and went directly over towards the barracks, talked with your father for a bit and done some shenanigans in there, then walked directly over to the Lockkeep. At this point, it's probably around noon.
Right.
So based on the position of the sun, you'll probably, and the estimates that people have given you, you'll probably reach there around sunset.
That's what I was gonna ask. What around when does sunset here?
Like 7:30.
Might as well get moving so we get there before dark. Any objections?
Is this an urgent matter? Do we want to be in the dark mines like at night potentially?
We don't
it's dark.
necessarily have to go inside at night.
Okay.
We could camp outside and
Okay.
at least get there when it's light out.
Fair enough.
Alrighty. So you guys start approaching the northern gates of the city. You haven't been this far north yet. Mika might have explored in her time previous to joining the group, but up ahead of you, you see just another gate. But as it opens, a rush of cool wind comes down from the mountains, instantly invigorating Mika with this. She's like, I'm finally heading towards the mountains kind of energy. Like, this is my zone. This is my favored terrain. And you all, like, it's a little chilly, but it's new territory. Arcus has been up towards Narwhal before, but probably didn't come around this way. He probably came around the other way towards King's Crest and just went between those two cities, because people try to avoid Mystral if they can. It's not the best city to stay in or to venture through. And you start marching north. So we're marching north. I'm just gonna need 1 or 2 people to keep watch. You can roll a perception check, or someone can give someone advantage.
So I'm going to roll. Wow, that sucks. 14.
14?
No, 12.
Is that
12.
is that with advantage?
That is with advantage.
Okay, 12. So, as you guys are marching forward, it's a pretty nice day, honestly. Like, probably the nicest day you've had since entering into Mystral. The first day it was rainy. The second day it was cold and snowy. But the sun's out today, and you're enjoying it. The lock has, like, it's still a little bit gray over the farther side of it, but you're now starting to see the sun shining down, leaving these glistening small waves that lap up against the side. Tall reeds flank either side of the road as you head north. Nothing appears to be different. It's just a nice day. You're having a good walk. Keeping pretty good pace. What's up?
Sorry, I screwed up. I don't get advantage. I have advantage.
No,
on
someone did it with you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you still get advantage.
Sorry,
You're
never
good.
mind.
You're good.
It's the enemies, not terrain.
Yeah, yeah. If you're stalking enemies. And so you go. As you're walking down, you see a cart go rolling past you, heading towards Mystral.
Poor bastards.
Turk and Penelope. I don't think Mika would recognize it, because I don't think she was there, but Turk and Penelope would recognize a logo / crest / initials that are carved into the side of it, and it reads LFG. Which you both have seen this before above a rather sleazy cat-owning businessman. This is a cart with bearing the insignia of Lito's fucking goods.
Ah.
Hey yo, hey yo.
Hey, it's me, Lito. They tried to steal my cat, and then came back and tried to barter about it.
Is he actually saying that?
No, he's not. He's not on the cart. It's just
I was like, okay.
some guy. It's a large burly man. He's half orcish, big white beard, hair pulled back tight, with a great sword across his back, and he's just two horses heading south. In the back, he's got some covered lumps that smell distinctly of fish.
Okay. As he's passing by,
Mhm.
I just want to see how loud my minor illusion can go. The scream. I'm going to see if I can loud enough, like yell really loud next to the horses as they pass by.
Okay,
with
so
my minor.
you're trying to spook the horses.
Like the sound of It says it can be as loud as a scream. Can I make like the sound of light, like thunder, but only like at scream level?
Yeah, I'd say you can.
Okay.
Make a performance check, just for the hell of it. We'll roll some dice. It's always fun.
All right.
And this is basically going to be contested against a animal handling check on the fellow's part.
5.
5. Oof. That's close, actually. So, as this loud like shakes the area around you, the other 3 of you, not anticipating this from Turk or anything, hear quiet thunder, almost like distant thunder, but close to you, which is weird. And the horses do get spooked, but the gentleman who's sitting there, he rolled pretty decently on his animal handling check and is able to get them in check and looks around and he's like, "Did you guys hear that?"
Ow! Ow! Somebody help! Oh my god! And a minor illusion, big gash on my my leg. Stop! Help! I might need a ride back in town.
And the guy's like, he's like, "I'm sorry, I'll come back. And
No,
as he
I'm
starts
dying.
to like increase the speed of the horses.
Guys, the mailman bit. Remember? Mailman bit. Ow.
No one wants to help Travis.
It is a lot easier to trip a mailman, my friend, than it is to take down a cart.
I just look at you two and go, does he do this a lot?
Yes.
No, we did it once. Arcus. I thought it was our thing, but I guess not today.
I'm not doing that to a cart.
Yeah, but that's Lido.
Letters have a lot more in them than a few fish.
Yeah, but
Are you
Lido,
guys
man.
talking about stealing mail?
Oh no, we just read it.
Oh no, you did take something. You didn't put everything back.
it's a federal
did.
crime.
Not you.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
guys.
Somebody took something.
Guys, we were supposed to take it. Arcus, please don't tell. Arcus, stop. Please.
Kirk,
Listen.
my friend, it'd be wise if you stop talking. At this
As long
point.
all I care about is you helping me kill the gnolls. Anything else is your business, albeit strange business.
Right. No mail will stand between Arcus and his money.
So
That wasn't even mail.
It's a
That was a
metaphor.
cart full of fish.
Mail is just whatever we can get our hands on. The dusty trail.
I'm gonna start walking past them.
I figured we were already walking.
nobody stopped. You're not Turk's
Yeah.
Turk's like bleeding
It's
from
just
the
me
leg,
left
but it's
behind.
not even he's not even limping. It's just
I shake it off. It's like,
so as you guys keep going, a couple hours pass. My camera's out of focus. There we go. And sun starts to go down, and as the sky starts to turn that golden amber reddish orange that you can see, and you're climbing in altitude again, where you can see Mystral, and in the far distance you can see Split River way down the river from you guys. You're climbing. It's not getting thinner, but it's getting colder, and as the sun begins to set, you see on your left side of the road a wooden pole stuck in the ground, and a piece of bark like nailed to it with what appears to be a dagger, almost like something crude and sharp has stuck a board on it that reads, and I don't know how to best put this. Where is my page 1?
It probably would be best if you just read it.
Yeah. Wait. Where? Okay. There we go. So it reads, Golden Knoll Mine, but in the worst handwriting, the worst spelling that you have ever seen. And it is written in blood. And Arcus, you immediately pick up on the scent of blood as you guys approach. And it's hold on, let me put it in all chat on how it's spelled. It's spelled
So I'm assuming that means that there is evidence that there were gnolls.
it's spelled like that. But it's like almost close enough. Golden Knoll Mine. And
I grumble in my helmet. They didn't even spell knoll right.
well,
They got the G though.
You-
They did get the silent G.
you would know,
Impressive.
Arcus, that common isn't their language of choice. So this is they're making an attempt. But across the way you see presumably the Golden Spring Mine sign just thrown to the side with Knoll spelled incorrectly on it. So thinking that's how it was spelled, they put it up there. Wait. No, that was really dumb of me. There wouldn't be Knoll on that sign. Ignore that.
Somebody just hastily scrawling knoll. Watch out! Knoll!
Watch out for Knolls. No, ignore that. We'll cut that from the record.
The jury will disregard.
Please do not include that on the record.
Obviously, if they have been out here to replace the sign, that means that there is evidence of these creatures. In which case, can you please tell me the exact number, sizes, and how long ago they passed through the area?
Okay. From what you can gather,
Someone's a ranger.
oh wow. Wow, she's a
Skills in my
Power
favorite
Ranger.
terrain.
If you were a Power Ranger, you'd be the dumb one. No, I'm joking. No, so you said the number, how long ago?
Exact number, sizes, and how long ago they passed through the area.
Okay, exact number. Let me get the exact number for you.
Thanks.
Okay. You gather that there are 15 of them. Their size, they are Knoll sized. There's nothing abnormal about their feet sizes. You do immediately recognize that there is a pack lord among them. And Arcus and Mika would both recognize that a pack lord is the leader of the pack. Usually the biggest Knoll is pretty much how they determine who is the leader. He's bigger. And how long ago the sign was replaced, or at least the most recent track in front of the sign is about 8 days old. Or if you need to know exactly, it's 8.5. 8.5 days old. So it'd be like a week prior, a day before, and like
So
early in the morning.
A little bit before you were supposed to see them. Well, alright, so I'm gonna just, take a minute, go and look at these tracks and check it out and see what we're up against. And I'll come back and report to my friends that we're looking at about 15, and that they have a pack lord, and that they're all pretty normal sized. There isn't anything unusual about them based on their tracks, though that doesn't necessarily say much. and it looks like they've been, they've probably established themselves pretty well by now since they've been here about a week, maybe a little more. I mean, we could have gathered that from the fact that Arcus was supposed to be here a week ago, but.
And then
I love how I've barely interacted with you guys, and I'm still never going to live that down. We'll be level 20. And you guys will be like, hey, remember that time that you couldn't tell the difference between Knoll and Troll?
Yeah.
It is in this.
Are you sure you heard that right?
Dragon? Oh, Arcus. Dragons are the ones with the big wings.
Okay, got it.
It is in this as Mika and Arcus are helming this investigation, and Mika is doing a lot of the looking. It's Arcus. Your passive perception. I think it's 11.
Yeah, it's weirdly not
very
high. Yeah, my investigation's better than my.
Okay.
My passive perception's 10.
Okay, your passive investigation.
I'm more of an investigator.
Okay.
Than a
What's your passive investigation?
Person.
Just because I don't. 14. Okay. Just because I don't have your sheet.
Yeah. Oh, by the by, I did send you a meta question in the chat log.
Oh, on.
Yeah, Roll20.
Okay, sorry. I have not.
It's
had
okay.
It
It's not super important for the moment.
Did you say passive perception or passive deception?
Perception.
Insight check.
Do you want to insight check me? Yeah. Go a fucking head. Try it. No.
15.
No.
DC is 9,042.
Yeah. No.
That's what I rolled.
So your passive, as you're investigating this, you pick up on a scent that is distinctly not Knoll, nor human, nor civilized. So not the civilized races. You pick up on something different, but you don't know what it is. But it's like it was with them, but you don't know what it is, and that worries you. Bum, bum, bum.
For any
I'll mention that.
So then I'll, double check what I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything except besides Knolls?
No.
On the ground?
No.
They have something else.
There is a floating something that doesn't leave tracks. Or one of these has something that we're not, or has disguised itself as a Knoll.
Whatever it is, be on your guard. It's probably the reason they hired adventurers and not just used the guard to clear it out.
Sure.
But it's just getting dark, right?
Correct. It's like golden hour right now. Perfect photo picture mode. Photo picture mode. Jesus Christ. I'm going insane. Okay. Well, what do you guys want to do? You're standing here at the crossroads.
I vote we go in.
Alrighty. Any objections?
So we're probably about a mile outside of the mine now.
He said about 3 to 4.
3 to 4 miles. Yeah.
I would like to make a check to see if I know if gnolls have dark vision or not.
Nature or survival, your choice.
Both the same roll, so
I guess they'd be the same, unless you had proficiency. 19?
well, yep.
Okay, I have it open now. I can see. I'm seeing all your rolls now. Can't fudge anymore. I'm sure. 19. That's a great question. Arcus definitely knows, but Zephyr needs to look it up. So
For sure.
while I'm yeah, while I'm doing that, are you guys walking up the hill?
I mean,
Friend.
if
Do
if
we
the
want to
sorry, go
in
ahead.
Do we want to go in at night? I guess this novel dark vision fact is kind of important.
Yeah, that's gonna determine whether or not I say let's make camp
My
or let's
guess is
head in.
probably yes,
Yeah.
since they like to live in dark
Sure they would,
places.
yeah. We should probably wait them up. We either gotta wait. We gotta draw them out in like the daytime. We don't want to run out of. I don't want to run out of daylight.
Do we want to camp this far out and then have to trek in the morning, or do we want to try and camp it a little bit closer, maybe make it halfway there?
We get closer, they might sense us, or maybe they have people walking on the outside patrolling.
They do have dark vision.
Okay. Yeah.
But you would also know that you're heading into a mine. So it's going to be dark no matter when you go in.
Sure. But going in and having that ability to, attempt to draw them out, or having at least a light place to fall back to, is important.
Yeah. So we should probably. I think we should camp out like this far out though. Okay.
Can we all see in the dark?
I cannot.
I can't.
No, I do have a light spell though.
You do have light.
Like, we'll be able to use torches and stuff to actually go in, or light spells or whatever. Just, I think it's best if we attack, if we move in during the day, so that if we get pushed back, they'll be less likely to follow us out of the cave.
Yeah, agreed. Sounds like maybe we take a rest out this far and then we trek in the morning.
Yeah.
I concur.
Okay.
Right. Is there anything near us that, looks campsite-y or could be a safe?
Directly near the sign, there is not. There
In the general vicinity?
In the general vicinity where you're like looking up and down the trail, it doesn't look like a spot most people stop. It's within a day's travel of the city, so most people wouldn't stop here. They would either continue or move, continue on to the city, or continue moving farther north. You're not that close to the lake anymore. You're probably about 1,000 feet from the lake. It's it's like pine kind of forest on both sides of the sides of the road.
There may be a good spot nearby that we can tuck into. So we don't have a cart or anything.
Make an investigation check, or sorry, a perception check, and remember, if you have a proficiency bonus, you can double it on perception.
Yeah. It is not.
Okay.
That is 5.
Okay. It takes you a little bit, but there is a pair of rocks that are about, 30, 45 feet off of the trail, away, on the opposite side of the road from where you're heading, that you can use to, you could camp up against, so that you only have to keep a 180-degree view.
Guess that makes sense.
Anybody object?
Works for me.
Alrighty. And so, you guys, what's up?
So as we're settling down, then I have two orders of business.
Okay.
Since we've had our weird experience with scarecrows, or whatever they were, I am just gonna.
Scarecrows?
Yes. I'm just gonna throw a thaumaturgy rush of wind through any of the brush around us, try and spook up whatever I can.
As you do that, a couple small birds and squirrels and some bugs fly away, but nothing major, nothing nothing big comes out of any bushes or anything. You push some pine needles away from where you'd be sitting.
That's a really cool use of thaumaturgy that I've never thought of before. That's really cool.
We got attacked by scarecrows coming out of the dark in our first night. and so I always do a little whoosh just to try and see
That's
what I
really cool. Like, I've been playing for years, and I've never seen someone use thaumaturgy like that. That's really brilliant.
Thanks. And then you know, as we're settling, how big is this space? Is it enough that I could set my alarm across it?
Yeah, its alarm is
30.
30 feet. The if you wanted to
Yeah.
get the two rocks behind you are about like 15-20 feet long. If you wanted to alarm 5 feet out, you could do it. If you wanted to go farther than that, you might have to sparingly use it.
Sorry, it's choose a door, a window, or an area within range that is no larger than a 20-foot cube.
Okay,
Yeah.
you could probably
fine.
do like 20 by 20, and then you can easily do it.
I'll make,
It'll be like a triangle with the rock at the back.
yeah, I'll make
Easy.
it as big as I can, just to give us, you know, fair warning if something's coming up on us.
Sounds good.
That is a like vertical as well, right?
It has to walk across. No, wait, no. Yeah, it's a vertical. It's a vertical space. If it crosses.
Can I get it to go? If I come closer to us, can I have it come around? The stones?
If it's a 20-foot cube,
yeah,
then it'll go around the stones.
yeah. So I'll put it in our around us entirely. Then.
Anyone else have anything before we take a short break and then we'll go through the night?
Yeah, I'll remove my helmet so you guys will actually see my face, and I've got a reference image for it.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Respectfully, very handsome.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at that face. Look at that face.
That is what I wish I looked like when I shaved my beard.
Right? Yeah, same.
Like a giant, man.
Yeah.
But like perpetually, like my charisma's 8, but that's more to do with my personality than my looks. So like perpetual like grumpy face.
RBF.
Yeah.
I don't have my drawing of her, but if this is her, this is Mika in the character builder that I could find on the internet. So modern Mika.
Oh, nice. Gotcha.
But general face is accurate. And she does have a big amethyst pendant.
Also a bit of a RBF, huh?
Yeah. But yeah, so as we're settling down, I'll, you know, make a fire, do the whole thing of, you know, all the ranger things.
Okay.
And care for it. Settle us in.
Okay. And then we'll take a short, 5-10 minute break and we'll be right back.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Alrighty, we back in it.
Hey, yo, dog, we back in it.
Who's taking first watch?
Well,
Okay, Turk, I need you to make a perception check as you go through your watch.
Wait, are we doing? There's 4 of us. Is it?
So what we'll do is everyone will do one.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
my perception was
2 hours each. Yeah.
17.
17.
Does that get us a full rest, or does that mean we have to rest for like twice as long?
We'll count it as a full rest.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I can do 8 hours. I think. No, I can't.
You're
no,
good.
never mind. I'm doing no. Or well, rather, my 2 hours of being awake can count
So-
as rest because I can stay alert while doing another task, which is resting.
Yeah. So
Whatever makes it easier.
we'll
Well,
still
we could just
we'll
rest
we'll
for-
we'll count it.
So
Ian's got way more experience with how resting and stuff works.
So I can take.
So,
What?
it's you require 8 hours of not doing it. Do you have you're an elf or a half elf?
half, so I don't have the meditate thing.
You don't have the meditate thing. Okay.
No. But no, as in my favored terrain, I can remain alert while doing another task. Alert to
Okay.
deeds. So figure
that would be that would be a GM call, but I think because resting doesn't getting a full rest doesn't necessarily require sleep. You just need to be doing non-exertive tasks, resting, sitting around. So I think, with that,
fighting, basically.
Yeah, I think that would be fine.
Yeah,
as long as
a long rest is a period of extended downtime, at least 8 hours long, which during a character sleeps for at least 6 hours and performs no more than 2 hours of light activity. Cool. So you can get a full rest with 6 hours of sleep.
Great.
All right.
Cool. 2 hours each then.
Yep. Works out perfectly. Who's next? Well, Turk, your watch goes by uneventfully.
Right.
I'll take second watch then, I guess.
Alrighty.
Are we rolling?
Perception, yes, please.
That is a 20.
20.
Not natural.
Not natural. Okay.
Wait, is that double? No.
Mika. Feels good to be back in the mountains. But as you sit there with the small red dragon draped across your shoulders or in your lap, something's watching you, but you just can't put your finger on it. Who's rolling next?
I'll go next.
Alrighty, please roll a perception check.
I will communicate that to her as we swap off the watches.
20 plus 1.
20 plus 1. Oh, natural 20? Well done. As Mika tells you, hey, I feel like something's watching me, or watching us. You don't get that feeling. It's just a normal night. Goes by completely uneventful.
Can I backtrack just a little bit?
Yeah,
Can
of course.
See if Breeze would have picked up on anything?
Yeah, go ahead.
Or responded to anything? Hang on, I don't remember his...
I think his wisdom is +2.
That... I think it's actually... Hang on one sec. Let me pull him up. Yeah, that's a 21.
Okay. Breeze, though you can't, actually communicate with him? Can you communicate telepathically, or is it just you can command him? You can just command him. But he's not on alert. He seems pretty confident that nothing's there.
Huh.
His animal instincts are pretty on point. Arcus, it's your turn to roll.
I wake up. What? Oh, right. Watch. Not used to being around other people. And may I rely on my hearing and or scent for this watch, or?
You may. You feel confident enough to rest your eyes as Mika has her alarm spell around.
Sweet. Then I will roll with advantage.
Indeed.
Which is balanced out by the fact that I have a 0 modifier for it. So, oh, good. I rolled a 2 and a 4. So
all right.
The 4.
The 4. Yeah, I think that's a good choice. So as you're sitting there, just sniffing away, listening to what's going on, you hear a branch break.
Squirrel!
It came from behind the rocks.
All right.
Do you want to investigate?
I will draw my rapier quietly
Mm-hmm.
and kind of use my other hand to kind of lift myself over the rocks a little bit, and I'll look behind.
Okay. Make a perception check.
All right. As we've established, I'm great at these.
Oh, yeah.
You're also in the dark with no dark vision.
Oh, that's true. Well, so in that case, if
Straight
I'm
straight
blind-
roll. If you're not
I-
using...
Yeah, straight
I
roll. Straight roll, because I'll make up for it with my senses. So, and I rolled a 7. All right.
So as you climb up a little bit over the rock and like sniffing and listening, you bump into something furry.
Ooh.
I blame all of them for my lack of perception, because their scents are mixing in with all of like the natural surroundings. So I'm all scent blind, and they're like breathing and stuff. It's messing with my hearing. Yeah, it's all their fault. This is why I don't join parties.
Yeah, of course.
So I bump into something furry. Is it large furry? Is it like small furry?
Is side by
He is inside, but the alarm has not gone off. It's small, not tiny.
I will pet it and quietly say, "Good thing."
Roll a animal handling check.
All right. Looking at it. All right. I'm just on fire. 5.
5. You feel through your leather gloves a pair of teeth sink into your finger. Well, you know, let's see. Let's see if it hits you. It does not. It doesn't. But you feel something try to close on your finger. And you like instinctively open your eyes, and as the sun's starting to rise, you see a little creature, yay big, chunky, with a little burglar mask on, a little raccoon that is, from what you gather, was already inside of Mika's alarm spell, and was not scared off by the thaumaturgy, and has remained inside as attempted to bite your finger.
I will reach into my pack and give it a little bit of dried jerky for my rations.
Okay. It takes those and runs out. It runs away from the rock.
Does that trigger its alarm?
It does not. The alarm is only for things entering.
Okay, fair.
Or is it anything that crosses it?
anything that crosses it.
Okay.
I'm
Alright.
pretty sure. Let me double check. Touches or enters the warded area.
Touches or enters. So it touches or enters. That's weird. I would say because it was in there when you started it, it does not trip the alarm as it leaves.
That's fair.
Cast the spell, you can designate creatures that won't set off the alarm. So if I didn't know it was there, anytime
Yeah.
it moved, it's setting it off. Theoretically.
Okay. I mean, you're arguing that it's gonna awaken you.
It would I mean, has this creature not moved the entire time that we have been there?
It hasn't left, but now it has.
I'll let it go.
Yeah, we'll say it because it was inside when.
Was that-
Yeah. Now, if it were to come back in, then it'll trip it.
Yeah.
Sneaky sneak.
Alrighty. And with that, your watch comes to an end. The sun is rising. It's about 6 in the morning. What would you guys like to do?
Should we head out? Should we go?
Let's go.
Do we eat something? Do
Yeah.
we need to eat something?
It's considered to be like part of the downtime. If you want to tell us what you eat, that you can.
I don't know.
Try this.
I don't have anything specific. I just wanted to make sure that
Turk
if we
is munching on a cabbage leaf.
Yeah, yeah, I had those.
It's bland.
if we needed to eat something, somebody needed to make it, but I figure I'll have found something.
Yeah. Alrighty. What would you guys like to do?
I'm ready.
We should get close and scope it out.
Alright.
Alright, start walking that way.
Yeah, we'll gather ourselves and make our way
Walk
over there.
that way.
So, as you guys start heading towards, walking your hike up that way. Are you moving at a stealthy pace, or are you moving at a normal pace?
Not until we get to like
Yeah,
what,
maybe
like
like
mile out?
Okay.
the last mile or so.
Yeah, and Mika would have a pretty good idea of this, her favorite, because of her ranger abilities. She's like, oh yeah, we've definitely hiked about 2 miles or 3 miles, and we're getting closer to it. So as you guys start rolling, get stealthy, I need you all to roll a stealth check.
It's my dice. That's what you get.
Oh, uh-oh.
You got a 1.
Oh, okay.
No,
Take my
I
dice.
got a 21.
21.
17.
17.
I have to roll this at disadvantage because of my armor.
Correct. Heavy armor will do that to you.
It's weird. I think I think it counts as medium armor.
Oh, if it's medium armor, then it doesn't impose disadvantage on stealth.
Well, according to this, it does.
What?
So,
Oh,
according
weird.
to my D&D sheet, so maybe it is heavy, and I just didn't know that. But that's fine.
Okay.
I can tank.
Alrighty.
9.
9. Okay. It's, I mean, with Turk, like, tripping on a rock or two as you guys get closer, but relatively staying pretty quiet. Just for the hell of it, why not? Let's roll some dice. I like to roll dice. Okay. So, as you guys creep closer, the path, as you ascend it, starts to level out a bit. Right as you get towards that top, you see it's a tiefling woman, and she has been brutalized, murderized even, and is currently with those same crude, like shank, spike, dagger-esque devices, pinned to a tree. And there's a stick holding her arm up, pointing in the direction that the path continues.
Would we have seen her? Or, like, how long has she been there?
You make a medicine check. And anyone else who's curious may also, if they'd like.
7.
7.
5.
5. A while, at least 8 days. It seems there's some rot, there's some bugs.
Does she have
She's
anything?
very pale and cold, stiff.
Does she have anything in her clothes pockets?
Nope.
Ew.
The clothes are barely even there at this point. Like they probably ripped or torn off.
This is gonna be a hell of a fight, huh?
And so, as you guys continue on your way up, moving relatively stealthy, you come and you see a brown pair of doors carved into the side of the mountain where this level area is, and some, like picks and piles of dirt or rock or stone or ore are splayed around. There's a small hut in the corner that looks to have been emptied of all belongings, and then off to your left side you see the tailings, just this huge long spot of everything that was thrown out of the mine just going down the hill, off to your right side, and you can see it's characteristically yellow for a gold mine. And I'd like Mika Is the dog's tail hitting the door, Abby?
No. They're cleaning the apartment next door.
Oh, I keep hearing this thump, 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 thump. I was like, what the heck is that?
No,
Anyway.
they're doing, like, that's what the weird noise was earlier. They were pulling the, like, vacuum thing out of their
Gotcha. Okay.
It's me. I'm in your house right now.
You see
Good, come visit.
one poached above the door, or perched, sorry, and one asleep in the door frame. Hyena-like creatures. Mika's the only one that sees them at the moment.
Hyena or no like?
Gnolls are hyena-like, but you've seen gnolls before. These are gnolls.
They are gnolls.
They are gnolls. They're small. They're not adults. They're smaller gnolls.
You said they're asleep.
One of them
So
is
they're
asleep,
not-
one
but
is keeping
they
one eye
were-
out.
Presumably,
What's that?
then they would have not been out at the sign.
What do you mean?
If all of the knoll tracks
Well,
that I saw.
the knoll tracks are like within the normal variation of knolls. They're not. There's no like abnormally huge tracks or anything like that.
One little baby.
Are these ones cute?
Are they cute? You know, they're kind of like cute in a feral sort of way. Kind of. They're.
We're not taking one as a pet. Not taking one as a pet.
I would also like to amend because I totally forgot. There are not 15 gnolls. There are 19. That is my bad. I forgot about a couple, including the 2 that are posted here.
You left out Larry.
Yeah, I forgot Larry and George.
All the little ones. I was gonna say you would have told me if there were little ones.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're not like tiny. They're like
instead of
adolescent.
6 feet, 4.5.
Well, no, they're more like the teenagers.
Yeah.
Yes, they're like a little smaller than you'd
So I'm
expect.
the only one who sees these. Yeah.
At the moment, correct, yeah. Everyone else is kind of probably distracted by the woman pinned to a tree. But your passive perception is high enough.
One is sleeping and one is alert. Has it seen us?
It has not.
I'm just gonna stop my friends
Okay.
before they get any closer. If they're trying to continue, and just shh,
Yeah.
and then point up at them and
Friend is a strong word. I barely know you.
For all intents and purposes.
And she's not stopping you. No. Marcus Kitchen.
That's funny.
Okay. So there's a hut. You said on the left or right side?
It's on the right side of the door, but it's also on your right.
It's on the right. Okay. And what are we being like? What are we hiding behind, or are we just far enough?
You
away
were
where they
just
don't-
like a little out of eye range, not eye range, but like you're hiding a little lower than them. You can see them, and you think like
Okay.
they might see you at some point, but not currently. Like you haven't moved or made enough noise to.
If you came in from the side, would you be able to sneak over to that hut without them seeing you? Like, is there enough to like kind of like dark?
You could try. You gather that like the one that's perched above the door, who is awake, has a pretty good vantage point to look over the entrance. But he hasn't seen you yet.
Okay.
What's up, Abby?
how far away from us are they?
The one on the top, it's about the clearing's about 30 feet by 40 feet, so they're about 35 feet from you.
Okay. You guys want to lure over to us? I can minor illusion something to chase.
I was gonna
Okay.
just shoot at it.
Say that again?
I was just gonna shoot at it.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I'm
Keep
not
quiet.
ready.
You do it quietly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just like step away from my friends a little bit, try and get behind the knoll,
Okay.
sort of into its out of its possible visual range.
Okay, so you're gonna like.
Like, if he's perched facing one direction,
Okay.
I'll kind of just go
Okay.
around within as close to the edge of the clearing as I can.
Okay.
Just try and get on the rear side of his vision.
Okay.
If he can, unless he's looking out.
He's looking. The one that's up on top of the door is looking out over the clearing. If I am where the knoll is, like this is what he sees. You guys are perched over here to the right. It's you, the hut, the door.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So I'll try and like sort of stealth around by myself.
Okay. Go ahead and make a stealth check for me.
15.
15. All right. You feel confident that you're hidden.
Okay. And I will draw my bow.
Okay.
And I guess I'll take a shot at him and try and just
Sounds good.
draw him away.
Roll an attack.
How the heck do I attack with a weapon again? Oh my god. 17.
17. That does hit.
I have my little buddy. Seriously? It takes a point, 3 points of piercing damage and 3 points of fire damage.
Okay. So 6 damage as this arrow that is infused with the fire from Breeze's draconic energy slides into his throat. He makes some like choking breathing noises. But you like the hit was precise enough that he's trying to talk, but it's not coming out. That was your turn. We're not rolling initiative. This is like you got a surprise round. You all get to do something.
How far am I away from him?
15 feet at this point. You were 30. You moved a little closer. 30. You're 15 feet from him.
Yeah. I'm gonna send as a bonus action. I'm gonna send my little buddy up to run at him, and I'm gonna tell him to attack. So he'll take his attack.
You can't. You. Oh wait, yeah. I'm done.
I can.
I know. I was thinking.
Yeah. His bite. Hang on. Here's his bite. That is a 14 to hit.
14 does hit.
Yay. 6. 3 points of.
3
bite.
points of damage. 3 points of biting or piercing damage. Already, he's looking really hurt at this point. What are the rest of you doing? As this guy, he's getting attacked by a small drake at his legs, and he's got an arrow in his throat, and he's hanging on by a limb.
Is he like coming at us?
He's currently trying to see what the hell just happened. He's swatting at the dragon, but he's very concerned.
I'm just gonna wait.
So we'll go get him. So we'll go end him. All right, I will.
What if he's nice?
Oh my God.
Oh, go ahead.
No, if you're quick, you can go get him.
Yeah, I'll just I'll draw a hand crossbow, fire it at him.
Okay. Roll that attack.
18 to hit.
Yep.
9 damage.
9 damage as this creature is dealing with Breeze. A just fink, arrow appears as you all turn around and see Arcus with a hand crossbow just pointed steely cold at his head, and it begins to fall forward, going to fall into the in front of the doorway where its friend is sleeping. It's like teetering. It is dead.
Can thaumaturgy affect?
This
Things-
object is probably a little too heavy. What?
Anybody got a mage hand that they can just help me?
Yeah. What do you need me to do?
Mage hand can only do 10 pounds.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
If we
Okay.
combine,
Okay.
this is real fast. I don't think I can tell this. I don't think we can communicate this at the same time. I'm just gonna try and thaumaturgy my wind, do the same wind, and to go and try and.
And he falls back. So he doesn't fall in front. The other creature's still asleep. He falls back towards the hill. Thaumaturgy pushed him back. He hadn't tilted too far yet. Worked out.
So he's still up on top of.
Yeah, he's still up on top with Breeze. All right, there's one.
Can I ask a clarification question
Yeah.
real quick?
Go ahead.
The 15, 19. How many gnolls are we looking for proof of?
What do you
Was
mean?
it 15 or 19? We needed proof that we killed the gnolls.
You need proof that you killed gnolls.
Oh, any gnoll, any proof.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
yeah, you could just walk away with this one, take it back, say, "Hey, we killed one," and then maybe they might send people to go check. You might know that. You might not. Who knows?
Okay, cool. I couldn't remember if they had told us the number.
They did
and
not.
then I was going to verify if it was 15
They
or 19.
they asked you to clear it out.
Okay. Never mind.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess I'll quietly try and come back to my friends.
Okay.
And
As you're going, as you're going, the other one begins to stir. What do you all do?
I don't have any long range stuff, guys.
Yeah, you do.
I should've, Oh yeah, I do.
I know you do.
I did. I was thinking more like a killing thing, but not just like a whack.
Everything helps.
I don't know, man. Boomerangs can kill stuff.
Alright, with Arcus's assurance, I'll go ahead and take I'll throw the boomerang at the sleepy
Okay.
guy.
Make an attack roll.
Arcus probably thinks a boomerang is a nonsense weapon. Ian, however, is very.
Oh, it was 13. Shit, it's 5.
5. What do you mean?
Can I
Oh,
mage
gotcha.
hand to get advantage? Mage hand boomerang.
So the boomerang, as you throw it, bonks right above his head and falls into his lap.
I need that. I'm gonna run out.
And that has woken him up. He's now like, this is the second guy you've woken up in 2 days from a nap. As he gets up, and he's like, "Whew." Looks up, doesn't see his friend. Just throws it. It doesn't come back. He just throws it, but it doesn't come back. He doesn't see any of you guys yet.
can are we taking turns, or is this another surprise round?
Whatever you guys want to do. He doesn't know. All he knows is that something just fell into his lap. He's not very smart. He's just waiting.
I'll take another
Go ahead.
I guess.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll do the same thing.
Do it.
Have the.
Oh, friend. That's a 6. That's not gonna hit.
6 does not hit.
No.
As an arrow,
15?
15?
That hit.
15 does hit. Roll damage.
7.
7 damage as he...
Oh, can I, and I'll, since I missed my shot earlier, I'll give your breeze
Mhm.
damage, which is a 4
4.
of fire damage.
Nice. As an arrow embeds itself next to him in the doorframe. Bring. And he reaches for his sword, and another arrow, as it flies across, and you see Arcus having taken the shot, and you command Breeze to infuse his
Breeze
strike.
just does that on his own.
I-
It's not me.
His flavor is free.
Bye, Travis.
The bolt streaks by and ignites in flame, and as it passes into his head, it goes straight out the back, and this knoll just drops to the ground.
I
And
would coldly mumble 2 down and put my hand close.
and as that happens, you all regroup. Travis, or our Turk, waddles off to go grab his boomerang from the ground, and returns to the front. You all stand before the doors to the Golden Spring Mine, or the Golden Knoll Mine, mean. And that's where we'll pick up next time.
Oh, I was gonna
Ah,
say, while we're standing there, I would like to take their tails. Tails or ears?
What?
Tails or ears? Tails or ears, friends?
Is it done?
Are we taking tails or taking ears?
Sorry. We're having audio.
Could you guys hear us or no?
Yeah, I think we can now.
Okay.
Stop joining it. Just leave it.
No, I'll mute. It's fine.
Okay.
I can hear now.
what would be in the course of my history
Mhm.
hunting things for money? What is the more acceptable currency, tails or ears?
With
I
gnolls,
think fangs would be pretty good.
teeth are always valuable. You know, you can use them to like put them on weapons and stuff, and for decoration. Ears would be the preferred.
Sure.
Collection
Because
item.
you can chop off something's tail, but it'll still be around.
Mhm.
I'll grunt that at you then. I'll just be like, ears, better proof.
I'll take out the dagger of eras, and I will chop off their ears.
Okay,
My dagger of eras.
sounds good.
That thing, what does that dagger look like?
It is. I don't actually have a photo of it.
I don't
but
either.
It is, a dagger with it's a like ornamental ceremonial dagger. It's creepy. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
The like the hilt.
and
So
it-
I can describe it if you want. I don't know if I've done it before.
I know what it looks like just based off of what you've told me in the past,
Yeah.
but that was out of character.
But yeah, so I'll slice those out, and I guess put them in my backpack.
Okay. Alrighty.
Yeah.
And as we regroup, staring into the depths below, that is where we'll pick up next time.
Woo!
Alrighty, guys, it's been super fun. We'll play again soon. I mean, hey, I'm free tomorrow.